Fat, juicy, and wet. I don't even gangbang. Pussy so good, make me throw up a set. That good kitty, make it my pet. Pretty pussy type of pussy, you ain't ever gonna forget. Fat, juicy, and wet. Wet, 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 wet. Ah, my dear scholars, what a richly evocative and sensory-laden opening refrain. The phrase fat, juicy, and wet serves as a triumphant declaration of abundance, a celebration of fullness, ripeness, and saturation, much like the luscious overgrowth of a thriving ecosystem. Now, we must not ignore the curious juxtaposition of gang-related symbolism with sensory pleasure in the second line. Bruno Mars claims, I don't even gangbang pussy so good, make me throw up a set. A fascinating paradox indeed. Here, we observe an instance of hyperbolic intensity, where the power of desire transcends affiliations and incites involuntary symbolic gestures. Is this perhaps an allusion to the transformative influence of sensory gratification, capable of overriding even the most deep-seated loyalties? Wow! A most compelling notion. Now, let us examine the phrase, that good kitty, make it my pet. Ah, a declaration of possession and admiration. The subject in question is not merely appreciated, but elevated to a status of companionship and reverence. Might we consider this an artistic nod to domestication as a metaphor for control over one's desires? Fascinating indeed. And finally, pretty pussy type of pussy you ain't ever gonna forget. This, my dear viewers, is the crux of the chorus. The subject is one of lasting impact, an encounter so potent it is cemented in memory for eternity. There is a profound finality in this claim, a certainty that the experience described will stand as a milestone of pleasure and admiration in the annals of human experience. Now, people, I'm sure you're wondering, Professor MC, hi, my daddy, aren't you overanalyzing just a little bit? And to that I say, what are you gonna do about it? Anywho, moving on. Pussy like weed, pussy like dope, pussy like cocaine, put it up your nose. Aye, slob on my clit, suck on my toes, 24 karat, pussy drip like gold, ooh. Throw my legs back, eat my booty from the front. Milk mustache on your face when I come, yeah. Hit it from the bottom, hit it from the top, yeah. Pop, go the pussy, cause the pussy say, pop. Aha, here we are presented with an intriguing pharmacological comparison. The artist describes pussy like weed, pussy like dope, pussy like cocaine, drawing an explicit parallel between physical indulgence and controlled substances. This suggests a heightened, almost intoxicating allure, where desire mimics the compulsive nature of chemical dependency. A most provocative assertion. Now, the phrase, put it up your nose, is a direct reference to ingestion via nasal pathways, implying an immediate and intense physiological reaction. Could it be that the artist is drawing upon the biochemical parallels between dopamine stimulation and intimate pleasure? Fascinating. Ah, but here we move into territory of bodily worship and decadence. Slob on my clit, suck on my toes, 24 karat, pussy drip like gold. The mention of 24 karat gold directly correlates value with sensuality, implying a luxurious and unattainable level of desirability. Much like gold itself, which has long been sought after in human history, the artist asserts their own perceived worth through this metaphor of opulence. It's also a reference to Bruno Mars's song 24K Magic. Sexy Red does something else with this line, though. She reworks the standard phrase, slob on my knob, to slob on my clit, which puts her in the position of authority regarding sex, which is usually more often taken by men in hip-hop. Men like myself, of course. Throw my legs back, eat my booty from the front. Ah, a feat of geometric innovation, where angles and spatial manipulation dictate the methodology of indulgence. My dear scholars, what a bold declaration of dexterity. The insistence upon positioning denotes a highly coordinated and calculated form of engagement, demanding both physical and anatomical prowess. Now you humans must be thinking, why am I kind of turning this into a physics lesson? Well, because why not? For is not all action bound by the laws of physics? Whether one studies the trajectory of celestial bodies or the kinematics of personal recreation, one cannot deny the importance of spatial understanding. Pop go the pussy, 'cause the pussy say pop. References the nursery rhyme Pop Goes the Weasel, as well as numerous previous songs more directly influencing this line, including 2 Live Cruise, August 1991, Pop That Pussy, which was followed shortly by their September 1991 Pop That Coochie, and more recently, Lil Wayne's 2003 Pop Goes the Pussy on Da Drought, which includes the line, Sexy Red most directly interpolates. Pop goes the pussy, and the pussy goes pop. All right. Ooh, slide in it now, slide in it now, slide. All right, I'ma throw it back. Let me give you that. Aha! The introduction of repetition, slide in it now, serves to establish a rhythmic mantra of motion. The fluidity of the phrase conveys an effortless transition, a state of near frictionless engagement. Might we liken this to Newtonian principles of momentum? A most compelling parallel. Furthermore, I'ma throw it back. Let me give you that. A statement of reciprocity and agency. The subject does not merely receive, but actively participates, ensuring mutual equilibrium within the dynamic. Such balance is the foundation of all successful systems, be they mechanical, social, or otherwise. Bust down, middle part, badass bitch. You ain't never had punani like this. Titties on your forehead, titties on your chin, titties on titties with my big titty friends. Do it sexy, do it sexy, do it. Arch your back, put your ass into it, bow. Squirt in your mouth, squirt on your bed, coochie water autograph, signed Sexy Red. Yeah. Ah, my dear boys and girls, this verse presents an unabashed celebration of self-confidence and bodily autonomy. The phrase, bust down middle part badass bitch, signifies a deliberate assertion of identity and aesthetic presentation. Indeed, the mention of a middle part may allude to intentional styling as a form of empowerment, while badass bitch cements the artist's confidence. Now, titties on your forehead, titties on your chin, titties on titties with my big titty friends. Aha! A masterful play on spatial arrangement and multiplicity. Here we see a mathematical repetition of form and placement, emphasizing the ubiquitous and immersive nature of the subject's presence. A most fascinating structural choice. And finally, Coochie Water Autograph, signed Sexy Red, an act of branding through physical interaction. The artist metaphorically autographs an experience, transforming an ephemeral moment into an enduring signature of identity. This is, without question, an assertion of legacy through sensory impact. Coochie water is a unique description. While once considered mysterious, scientists now know that the abundant fluid expelled during squirting is actually highly diluted pee. It rapidly fills an empty bladder during sex, which is a different process than normal urination, which filters over time. The fluid expelled is not even close in composition to the dark, heavy urine from your morning routine. Average urine is primarily water with urea, salts, and creatinine. The fluid from squirting is almost entirely water, with little urobilin, waste product that gives urine its typical color. Due to rapid bladder filling, very little waste products are actually present. The joke about signing her autograph implies she released a particularly abundant amount of coochie water. It also references a real trick that some women can do, which is writing their name in snow or other substances with their pee. A true show of gender equality. Red! Bravo! Sexy! Bravo!